Hey everybody, today is Friday, June 21st. It's 6:06 a.m. and we're on our way to Starbucks. We're going to get $10 for 6.4 miles. Let's go. At about 3:30 this morning, and I woke up to find this huge cockroach in the kitchen, and I went ahead and took care of it, but it brought back memories of a kid when we used to have all kinds of roaches in our house as a kid. And we flick the light on in the middle of the night and then wait for the roaches to scatter before we'd enter the kitchen. And then we'd rinse off our dishes just in case any bugs crawled on them. Oh man, we were so poor. As soon as the sun rose this morning, I went out with my bug spray. I have this huge gallon jug of bug spray, and I went out and I sprayed the perimeter of the house just to make sure that, everything was, there was a bug force field around the house, so that way if any other bugs try to enter towards the house, they would either die or be repelled or at least be weakened, so they wouldn't be so strong when they come in the house. Because when you get a real healthy bug in the house, it's like battling a monster. They're so fast. The miles might be wrong on this delivery. The way the map was showing it showed it was showing that I had to go on St. Rose Parkway and then make a U-turn about a mile further away from the Starbucks and then circle back. I think it might be about a mile or two less than what they were saying, but I'll be able to confirm it once I pick up the order and I see the drop-off miles. Well, we're here in the Starbucks shopping center, which it has two hotels here, which is really weird. There's a little breakfast place here called Cereal Killers. Oh no, it's gone. It used to be a place that served cereal, and that's all they sold, which is really bizarre. I think that's why it went out of business. And then let's see, there's a bar here called Remedies. I think when I Ubered one time, I picked up somebody here that was really drunk. They were not dangerous or anything. They were just drunk, so it was not a big deal. And then so straight ahead after this bank, and they have a lot of stuff in here that just, it's a hodgepodge of stuff. The weirdest thing about this shopping center is that it has two hotels. It has a Residence Inn, and then I think it's a Hampton Bay or something like that. Hampton Inn, I don't know. So it has a real hodgepodge of just random things in here. And we're coming up here on the Starbucks. It's on the right, and I'm gonna try to get as close as I can to parking to the door. All right, we're gonna park in front of this massage parlor, and let's get pick it up for Daniel. Oh, it's a heavy one. Got the stuff, and it does look like it's gonna be probably 4.6, maybe and even 5 miles total. So yep, it's significantly less miles than what they were saying. It's probably about 1.5 miles closer than what they were saying. So we're headed off to a house 2.2 miles from here, and it's a leave at the door. Let's go. A post from a DoorDasher who makes videos. I think his name is Pedro, but I don't remember what his full username is. And I guess he got kicked off of DoorDash, which I was really surprised. I watched his videos all the time. And yeah, you just never know what's going to happen with these apps. For whatever reason, you could just lose the job at a moment's notice. I could be driving right now. As soon as I drop this off, I can get an email saying it's all over. So that's why you just don't know with these jobs what's going to happen, because you're just contractors. It doesn't matter how much of a superstar you are. For whatever reason, anything can occur at any moment, and then it's just over. And that's why you have to just be on multiple apps. That's just the most critical thing. You're signed up with as many apps as possible, so at least you can continue to do something. You know what I'm saying? You can do something, whether it's driving people around or still delivering. Doing something on another app to continue to do gig work, because I think that just about anything you do on these apps, even if you do something that was a slip up or whatever, or maybe you're in a bad mood or whatever, you know what, that's no reason for you to lose your income for the rest of your life. So don't take it too hard when it happens. I've gotten kicked off of Amazon Flex, and so that was the first experience I ever had with doing gig work. And it was just some stupid situation that was a mistake on my part. It was very, very minor. It was like some little tiny postcard size envelope that got lost in my car, and I tried to be honest and turn it in, and then I ended up getting kicked off because I didn't deliver it, which was just ridiculous, but there's not much you can do about it. So yeah, you just have to, like people were saying in the comments, you just have to move on and just keep going. So that's all you can do. While we're up here in Seven Hills, I hope there's not a gate here because we have no gate code. And I can't, oh, there's a gate. Oh joy, we have no gate code. Well, let me look at my Google Maps to see if I have anything. Stand by. Well, I messaged the customer to see if they have a gate code. So we'll see if they respond to my message. Otherwise, in a few seconds, I'm going to call them. Oh, they just gave it to me. Let me take a screen capture of it. All right, let's try it. All right, we're in. We are rolling. Now, which way am I going? Oh, I'm going right. Okay, excellent. Here we go. Yeah, I had a code, but it wasn't good anymore. So it was not working. Oh boy, am I passing my turn? Yep. Slow GPS, throwing me off. All right, these are nice houses, huh? Yeah, these are fancy. I don't like living in gated communities, but these are pretty nice houses. Okay, it's gonna be, I think I'm gonna be making a right coming up, and then we're going to, I think the house is gonna be on the right-hand side. I believe the house is gonna be coming up here when I make this ride at this fancy house here on the corner, and then it's gonna be on the right. Let's see, look for the address. It's not that one. Is it this next one? The customer requested you leave the order at their door. Yeah, it's this one right here. They added the following instructions. Okay, let's do it. Leave at my door. It's all dropped off, no problems, except for the darn gate. That was a pain. I always wish, I never understand why these customers don't include the gate code when they know we're coming. It really doesn't make any sense to me, other than they're just forgetful. They just think, oh well, they just want what they want, and they don't consider the obstacles that the drivers are going to encounter. So I'm surprised that the apps don't know. UberEats $7.59 for 8 miles. No, I'm surprised the apps don't know about which communities have gates, and they don't just provide us with previous in their databases the most recent gate code submitted, or they don't tell the customer before they do the order that a gate code is required before you order this food. Something like that. UberEats $7.08, 7.5 miles. No, because if the app would just stop them from ordering, knowing that at their GPS location that neighborhood has a gate, it would require the person to enter some type of code. Even if they just make something up, it would at least would decrease the chances that we would get stuck at these gates. And you can't tell me that would be hard to do. $4.45, 4.7 miles, no. All right, well, we're just waiting. Somebody left a comment that there should be some sort of middle ground between my rapid fire videos and then the regular videos that I put out that are long. And I think that the videos should be as long as they're going to be. So you have to kind of think of my long form videos as like a live stream, because that's how I kind of think of them as. Uber Eats, $10.67 for 13 miles. No. Yeah, I just think of them like a live stream. So that way, I mean, they're live stream, but the graphics are added so you can keep track of the money and all that stuff. And of course, there's cuts in it, because eventually there's certain points where I just like to take a break, or I don't have anything else to say. So I don't know. I think that for people that, now that I'm doing the rapid fire ones, people that don't like the long ones, they don't care for them, they should just watch the rapid fire ones, because those are giving you what you want. You want to see the deliveries. And then I also have been in the most recent ones, I've added a little bit more commentary, so that way there's at least some humorous things that will happen, or that will be that will be included in there. So it doesn't go too fast. I know in the first rapid fire video I made it way too fast. I was like talking 100 miles an hour. So, but I'm learning. You learn as you go in this thing. You're a one-man production, so you're just doing the best you can. You're doing one job, and then you're doing another job at the same time, and then you get home and you're tired, and you're like, well, let's see what happens if I do this. You're just like goofing around on the computer, just trying to have a good time doing it, and I don't know. It's not. You don't think of it like a business, because you're just this one guy making videos. I had one person tell me, that I should make fewer videos so that people miss me or something like that. But I'm like, why would I do that? I'm not doing it so that people will miss me. I'm not making content so people are hungry for me. I'm just making content to document, the daily activities of being a delivery driver. And so that if that's what I do, that's what I'm going to show. I'm going to show my daily adventures on doing it. I'm not going to try to encapsulate my everyday work into like 2 or 3 videos a week, because one, that would be a humongous video, and I like to show the real life adventures of what happens doing this job. And so you have to see an entire day in its entirety on its own. You can't see it as a compilation of multiple days, because every day is so different from the previous day. Some days are just so awful, and some days are fun, and then some days are so boring you're just sitting around at home. So you have to show each day like it's a standalone piece for it to make sense. I'm almost back to the home base. We're currently at almost at 8 miles on the car, so that tells me that this was a fair one, I guess, because it's gonna end up being about $1 for every mile, which is fair for when it includes the time it takes me to get back to the base. So it was a $2 for every mile, which allows me the chance to get back to my starting point without it going below $1 per mile, and that's totally fine. So it was all good, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get another offer until later. It looks like everything has dried up, so it's gonna be a slow morning. Everybody's probably still asleep. All right, it's 6:38 a.m. and we got our next one from Uber Eats, $6.57 for 2.5 miles, and we're headed out to Starbucks. Let's go get it. All right, we're here in the Starbucks shopping center. As you guys have probably seen this Starbucks 10 gajillion times. And we're here for the 10 gajillion time in one. Let's get in there. Okay, that took a while. All right, so the order wasn't ready, so I just hung out there for, I don't know how long I was in there. Maybe it was just like a 5-minute wait. But you know, it seems a lot longer when you just have nothing to do and you're just waiting for your order. We're going to go 3 minutes from here, 1.2 miles, Lighthouse Academy. Meet at the door. Let's go. Hey, we're here at the shopping center that has the Academy place. I just have, oh, let's see what's coming in now. UberEats, $14.22 for 10 miles. Well, that ain't gonna work. That doesn't reach the $1.65 a mile, so that's out. Yeah, so there's nothing in here but like a pizza place. There's a burn boot camp, and then they changed the name of this place. Now it's Horizon Ridge Academy, not Lighthouse.
Turn
okay,
right,
I'm gonna park it,
right.
and then I just meet them at the door and drop it off. All right, let's do it. Hello, here you go. Thank you. Have a good day. That was another standard delivery, and now everybody's leaving at the same time here and driving like lunatics. So I'm just waiting for people to go by as they just take their sweet time. It's like, come on, people, let's go. Get the hell out of the way. Got our next one. It's Uber Eats. We're gonna get $12.69 to shop for 8 items at Sprouts and we're gonna be traveling 4.3 miles. Let's go get it. Well, we're almost at Sprouts, so let me try to make an attempt to pull up the shopping list. I don't think it's working today. I don't know why. They're having probably problems. So they got an applesauce. We have no pictures. Eggs, banana, an orange, milk. Oh, here's some pictures. We got some blueberry, veggie, I don't know what, some kind of juice things. And that's it.
Right.
All right, let's go get it. All right, well, the shopping went okay. They didn't have the eggs that the customer wanted, so I had to give them another alternative item that was, another different type of eggs. So that was taken care of, and then everything else went fine. The oranges looked a little bit bad, but they were barely passable, so I got them the best ones that I could with the limited selection that they had on oranges, and that was fine. So anyway, we're off to the drop-off now. We're going to be going 9 minutes from here, 4.1 miles. And it's going to be a 9-minute drive. It's going to be a house. We have a gate code, and it's a leave at the door. Let's go. It's currently 8:11 a.m. and it looks like it's going to be a slow day. We haven't barely cracked the code on making any significant amount of money, considering that we've been online since 6 a.m. It's over 2 hours we've been online, so it is slim pickings today. So there's not much we can do about it. We're just going to keep going with the flow and just see what happens. I had a new thing at Sprouts where the cashier asked me to do a survey of her, of her customer service at the register. And this time there's a whole spiel about how you're entered into a contest to win $250. I just thought, how funny that they're so desperate to get surveys. Like, I guess the percentage of people that respond to their request for surveys must be so low that they're desperate to get some type of feedback from the customers. So that was just interesting to me that they're trying to do something to get people to do it, because obviously a lot of people, I would never do it. I don't care if it was a $1 million prize to do it. If you submitted the survey, I wouldn't even waste my time. I just don't care to do surveys. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. Even with Doordash and UberEats, where they tell you to do the, how was the service with the, the person that you worked with to do your customer support. I don't bother with that either, because I know it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It's just some metric that some manager somewhere has to fulfill to do their job. They don't care one way or another. You can give all of us delivery drivers could give a thumbs down and say it's terrible. They would still do the same thing, only they would try to even find cheaper people to do the work, to do the support. That would be it. All right, I just gotta enter the gate code. Hopefully the code works as usual. Let's see what happens. Let's give it the old college try. Okay, it looks like it's working. All right. We are rolling. Let's see what kind of community this is. Let's see how nice this neighborhood is. If it's nice at all. Oh, let's see here. No, it's not very nice. Everybody has to share a driveway, so that ain't nice. I wouldn't want to have to share a driveway with 3 other neighbors. Nope. Oh, don't run over the pigeon. Why do pigeons always like to go right on the road when a car's coming? All right, we're headed all the way down. And of course, whenever you see speed bumps in a neighborhood, that's a bad sign too. You don't live in a fancy neighborhood if you've got speed bumps, especially like every 10 feet. That means the people here don't have any consideration and they drive like maniacs. And then I'm looking at the cars. The cars aren't fancy. They're just regular cars. Oh, is that a speed bump? No.
Drop off on the left.
Okay, we're coming up on it. Gosh, it's hard to tell which driveway to turn into. I think it's this one. Oh yeah, it's this one. There's the person right there. Just drop it off. Hello. This is for you guys. There you go. Thank you. Have a good one. Hey, thank you. All right. Well, that drop off got a little bit fumbled. The customer was waiting in the garage, standing there, and then I was rushing to get out of the car to get it out of the trunk, and so I was fumbling with my phones, and then I left, of course, the camera on in the front, so I guess I can use that video. And then I couldn't get the settings right on the phone, so I don't even know what kind of video I got at all when I did the drop off. And then the handle to the bag was defective. There was like one opening on one side of the bag, and then the other handle wasn't open at all, so you had to like force it. So, and then it was awkward because the eggs were on top, and the cashier decided to fill the bag all the way to the top with all the groceries. Like, she overstuffed the bag. So it just made it for an awkward handoff. So, yeah, so I can't wait to see how this looks when I get home on the video. But at any rate, it's all done. And now we're headed back to the main base. And I don't think he was the actual person who ordered the stuff, because he seemed a little bit confused. Like, oh, is this for us? He wasn't sure who it was for. So that at least was a saving grace, because obviously, possibly his wife or his mother or somebody else ordered it, and so they have no idea the awkwardness that occurred as I delivered. So so that is some good news. So all right, well, we're still waiting for the next one. We're almost back to home base, and so we got nothing. So this whole thing was just a complete round trip adventure. Something's coming in, $8.40 for 5.1 miles. I guess that's good. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and move that into the accept mode because it meets the metrics. So let's go ahead and get it done. Let's head on over to Munchbox. We're here in the Munchbox shopping center. I'm sure you guys have seen this shopping center just a few times, maybe once or twice. You know, it's the one with the Roberto's and the Stefano's Mediterranean Grill and the Subway. If you watch my videos regularly, you know where we are. We're about to hit We're about to hit Munchbox. I'm gonna park over here near Roberto's. I like this parking spot. Okay, let's go in and get it. Well, we got the order and we are on our way to the Amazon distribution center. Oh joy. My favorite. Let's go. Got to tell you, it's 11 minutes, 4 miles. It's a meet in the lobby, but they rarely are ever in the lobby to meet, and I just end up leaving it on a shelf. Let's get down there. I'm not a big fan of delivering to the Amazon distribution center because it's so crowded and you got to throw your hazards on and you got to run inside and you just got to try to do it as fast as you can, because you got to you got to park illegally, and I don't like to have to do that, but they really have no choice because there's no parking spots available. The Amazon place is just a madhouse when it comes to the number of employees that are working, and so that parking lot is just humongous, and it is so packed with cars that it's not even funny how many people work inside that building. It is crazy madness. And then so you just throw the hazards and you just run in, and I don't know, it's very chaotic. I don't care for it. And so, but you just gotta, if I get an offer to go there, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna get it done. I'm having some type of issues with my video settings for my primary phone. So whenever I'm like walking outside to do the shots where I'm like walking into the stores, or I have the bags, it's really washing out the backgrounds and making this it's turning anything that that's behind me really bright white and washing everything out. And of course, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing, I'm just pushing buttons on the phone and recording, so I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm trying to figure out how to do the settings so that the video looks right, so when I'm outdoors. So I'm working on it. Oh, here comes the turn. So I'm working on it. So I apologize for the terrible video that you're getting when I am recording, when I'm walking around recording stuff away from the car, because that's when it gets, that's the settings that I'm having trouble with right now currently. But I'm trying to, every time I'm at a red light, I'm trying to mess with it to get it to work right. UberEats, $9.16 for 5 miles. That is acceptable, but where am I going? Oh, we don't want to go over there. It was taking me to the other side of the 15 freeway. That ain't happening. So yeah, so hopefully the video will look better when we arrive at the Amazon facility and I'm walking in, and when I exit the car and walk in, I hope the video looks okay. The biggest problem is, like, once I set it so that it looks right for the outdoors, the moment I go inside of a building, then it looks too dark when I go inside of a building. I'm like, so I can adjust the settings so it looks either washed out when we're outdoors and great indoors, or it looks great outdoors and it looks dark as night when we go inside. So I don't know. I've got to figure it out.
On the left.
Well, heck, it's a totally different Amazon place. It's this particular one right here. I guess I'll just throw my hazards on and run inside, I guess. I'll be right back. It was not the normal place that I go to drop stuff off. Uber Eats, $6.09 for 5 miles now. So that was like a total mess. And then the doors were locked. I couldn't get in. And then I don't know how good the quality of the video was. It looked really dark when I looked at it when I was standing there waiting for the guy to show up. So I'll have to take a look in a little bit how bad it is. I'm sure it's horrible. And so yeah, so that was a total crap and crap show. And then now I'm just trying to head back to the main base now and just recoup. That was not a very pleasant experience. I don't know why. I just found it to be, you know, whenever the unexpected happens, that's when it gets stressful, because I'm like, wait a minute. I was expecting to go further down Bermuda Road to the main distribution warehouse, and then the app was telling me, no, you have to go to this particular building. I'm like, oh, okay, but I had never been to that building before. And so then when it said to meet in the lobby, I'm like, well, I don't think this building's open. And sure enough, every door was locked, and so I couldn't get in. Let's see, we got $11.08 to go to McDonald's, 4.9 miles. I'm gonna accept it. All right, I've accepted it, and we're on our way. Let's go. The difficult thing about trying to review the video while I'm working is that it's hard to find a breaking point where I'm gonna have time to check out, how the videos look, because it's so there's so much going on when you're doing this job. First of all, you're trying to make sure you don't get in a car accident, number one. Oh shoot, I forgot to turn off Doordash. Let me reject this offer, and then whoops, let me go back here and say pause. Come on, pause. Oh, they're building something else over here. Hold on. Too late, you can't see it. It's on the left. I don't know, but it's right here next to McDonald's, and this wasn't here before. So they're gonna build yet another type of restaurant or something. I don't know what, but they're building something. All right, we turn. Oh shoot, man, let me try to park and not crash. Man, it's a tight parking spot. Let's go in. I went ahead and canceled that order. There was a problem with one of the items that they wanted that they didn't have, and based on what the item was, I did not want to take the risk that it affect the tip, because that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to be unhappy with what they got, and it's going to affect the tip. And I'm not dealing with that, especially driving those miles. So I went ahead and canceled it, and now we have nothing. And then I was reviewing the video indoors, and it looked really dark. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I got to keep messing with the settings and get it just right. So anyway, let's get going. Well, I sat here for about 5 minutes trying to get the settings right, and I give up. I can't figure it out. Uber Eats, $10.09 for 8 miles. No, thank you. Well, let's start heading back. All right, well, while we were waiting here and I was about to back up, something came in, and it was from DoorDash. We're going to be going to the Broken Yolk, $5.50 for 1.3 miles. Let's go inside before I lose my mind. All right, well, the order wasn't ready and I was in there for a while, but I don't know if it really mattered since I got the order right here. I didn't have to drive anywhere. I was just literally just sitting here in the parking lot. So I don't think it made a difference. So I got it. It's in the car, and yeah. 5 minutes, 1.7 miles. Handed to me. I think it's a suite number. I think it's a business. So that's it. Let's get going. Let's see where we're currently at. We got 27 miles on the car. It's 9:08 a.m. So we've been online for over 3 hours now. And if I had to guess how much money we've made so far, oh, my guess would have to be probably about, oh God, I hope it's $40. I would hope. But what is that? That puts us, what are we making? Like $12 or $13 an hour if you do it, calculate it for entire online time. That's not very good. Although I was home for probably about an hour this morning, so I really can't count it. You know, I was just sitting there waiting. We were all having a long conversation about roaches this morning, which was real exciting. Everybody was all in an uproar at the house. They were very upset that I found that huge roach this morning, so they were not happy about that. They were saying we need to get those roach motels, those little boxes, you know, the ones that capture the roaches. And I was trying to tell them, I go, you don't understand how big this roach was. Those are made for the little roaches, not the giant ones. That giant roach wouldn't even fit inside of one of those motels. It's too big. We need like a roach airplane hangar or a roach warehouse to catch these kind of roaches. They're so big, you know, because they're probably about 2 inches long. You know, they're almost like a beetle. They're so big. So they're pretty scary for people who are afraid of bugs. So yeah, I just told them, I go, we just need to spray the outside, which I already did, and then just declutter, just make sure there's not a lot of clutter where there's like things that have filth that would attract bugs. So I was just going through, and the house is clean, so I just think it was just one bug that got in. They probably came up from the drain, you know, remember I just had the garbage disposal changed, so that might have caused a disturbance when the garbage disposal was changed. Maybe some were even living inside of the garbage disposal, and the movement, the changing of it probably caused them to just go berserk in the piping system. So I don't know. But at any rate, let's move on from the topic of gross, disgusting bugs and get this delivered. We're here in the business complex, and it's going to be this building on the right, and I don't know if there's going to be any parking available. There seems to be some type of moving truck right here. So I don't know where I'm going to park just yet, because it's taking up so many of the parking spots. There's not very many places to park. So I may just park a little bit further away, I guess, and then just work it out. It's all just par for the course. Par for the course. All right, we're here. Let's go dump it off. Hi, for April. The drink. You're welcome. Here's the food. Have a good day. Here. Okay, that is dropped off. I don't know how the video turned out. I've got to not stop obsessing about the video because there's nothing I can do. I tried doing the default video and it looks terrible too. Right now, the way I like the video is when it is a wide angle lens. But there's no way to set the wide angle lens to a manual set. To a manual setting, or no, an auto setting. It only does manual. When you hit the button to the wide angle lens, it automatically goes to all these like cool things you can do to adjust the apertures and the, I don't know, the white balance, all those things. I'm not a photographer. I don't know what any of them mean. I just start pushing stuff, and then I can make it look fantastic when we're indoors, and I can make it look fantastic when we're outdoors. But I needed to automatically adjust when I go from outdoors to indoors. And I think it's always looked really good before because we were in spring, and right now we're in summer and it's so bright. Maybe that's why it looks terrible. Oh God, let's see. What the heck does this want me to do? It is UberEats $16.03 for 9 miles. Oh God. Oh God, yeah, you're eligible. You meet the requirements, unfortunately.
Just ahead, make a U-turn to stay on West Horizon.
Why is it telling me to make a U-turn? Oh God, what is wrong with this thing? It's saying to go to Scrambled on St. Rose Parkway. Oh, it doesn't know what it's doing. All right, we're gonna go to Scrambled. Let's do it. Alright, we got the order in the car. It's a really large order. There's 3 drinks and a full heavy bag of food. And I wasn't able to carry the camera while I was coming out of the restaurant. So that didn't happen, and I don't know what's going to happen when I have to drop off because it's just so much stuff. So I'm not going to worry too much about it because there's nothing I can do. I've just got to move on. So we're headed on a 17-minute drive. We've got to go 7.7 miles. And it's going to be a house, and it's going to be a meet at the door. Oh, joy. Let's go do it. It's currently about 9:30 a.m. We've got 30 miles on the car now. It's 93 degrees. It's getting warmer, but it's not uncomfortable. It's just getting warmer. It doesn't even feel uncomfortable here till we get about 105, and then it really feels painful. So we're fine. And yeah, we're just on our way, and there's not much else exciting. I'm just trying to de-stress. I'm trying to get rid of all the stress from this day, all the various events, both at home and just the delivering snafus that have occurred. And nothing has seemed very pleasant today. I've just been trying to go through the motions to try to get it all done, but I don't know. Back of my mind, I'm thinking I should turn all the apps off and just go home, but I don't like to do that. I like to just push through. Like if it gets frustrating, I try to just push through it. Unless something truly, legitimately disastrous happens, I like to just try to just keep pushing through it, because most of what I'm experiencing right now is like psychological. So I know I just got to keep on going. So, and we've been hitting a lot of red lights today. I haven't brought that up yet, but we've had some bad luck with traffic lights, and they've been very long. So obviously that's going to eat into our profitability for today. And also it's irritating as all get out to miss a light and to be stuck for a couple of minutes and have to wait, when you know if you would have just showed up a few seconds earlier, you would have gotten the chance to go. I'm sure that's why most people in this town, they run the red lights, because they know how long they are. They're just so incredibly long that when people see a yellow and it's like a fresh red, they blow right through it, just out of rage. Especially, I think, if they're on the road for a very long time, you know what I mean, and they have a bad day at work or whatever, and then that's just what they do. So, and you could already see for this whole conversation we've been having, I haven't been moving not one bit. We've just been stuck. Oh, here it goes. Finally. I was talking to you guys hoping that would make the time go by faster, and I guess it did. All right, we're on our way. The traffic is really bad right now. We are stuck at another light that's really long. They are doing a lot of construction over here on the side. Looks like they're building, I don't know what. Looks like it's either a hotel or a medical building. I don't know. It looks more like a hotel. So they're doing so much construction right now in this area. It's really crazy. And I think they've adjusted all of the traffic lights now. This particular road I'm on, St. Rose Parkway, when I first moved here, nobody was on this road. And you could go 55, 60 on it because the speed limit's 55 on this road. And now when you're driving on it, you're lucky if you're able to go 45. So, yeah, things have really changed over here. There was somebody in the comments that was saying how the cell phone service is terrible here in Vegas, and they were really surprised. And it just has to, I believe it just has to do with the growth. There have been so many people that have moved to Vegas since the pandemic that the infrastructure is having trouble keeping up with how many people keep moving here. So I noticed there's been a big change in the quality of all kinds of services here because of that fact, because it's just everybody wants to move up here now. They're all coming from the bordering states, and they're coming here for the more, I guess even though I keep telling you guys how expensive the housing here is, on the outskirts of here, it's no difference. I think we're considered to be still reasonably priced compared to the neighboring states around us. And then, of course, we have that great benefit of no state income taxes, so that's a savings there as well. So, but yeah, it just creates a lot more problems, including the ability to just use your phone to do this job, because the cell phone service is spotty because the towers are overwhelmed by how many people are here. So yeah, there's not much that can be done about that. So I might also turn the camera around. See how long, like I was already stuck at 2 previous long lights, and this is now the 3rd one, and we have barely budged. We still have about 6 more miles to travel, and it says it's still 12 minutes away, but it's gonna be a lot longer than that based on what I can tell with this traffic. I'm gonna restart my I'm trying to restart my Doordash, unpause it and repause it to refresh it so that I can, not lose it. There's no cell phone service right here where I'm at. And I'm on a major boulevard, and there's no cell phone service. So that shows you right away, like just what I was saying, how the networks are overwhelmed here. And they haven't been talking about the drought anymore, so I don't know if that means that everything is okay. I don't know. Maybe they're just afraid to talk about it because they know something disastrous is just around the corner, and they don't want people to panic. Who knows? So we'll just have to wait and see. Well, at least we're moving again now. Really bad about this trip is that we haven't even gotten close to the lights on this road that are really long. Those lights that I've been stuck at are normally just normal lights. I have 2 more lights that I have to pass that are extremely long. They're like notoriously long. So this is going to turn into, probably, my guess is this going to turn into a 45-minute trip for it, even though it's like super short. It just seems like it's going to be at least 45 minutes from the time we accepted this to the time we drop it off to complete it. So it's going to be just about, but it's just about in line with what money they paid us at a $20 an hour rate. So I guess it's fine. This drop off is going to leave us in the middle of nowhere. We're going way to the south into Anthem, where all the new houses are. Man, I hope we get something once we drop it off, because it's gonna be a long drive back. Long drive back. Oh God. We accepted this order at 9:15. It is currently 9:45. So it's been 30 minutes now. And we still have to go another, it just says another 5 minutes to get there. So maybe it'll only be 40 minutes and we'll be just fine. But the traffic, even though we're already in Anthem, you think the traffic would lighten up, and it's not. It's still a lot of cars. So we're still just trudging along. It's probably going to be about another, I don't know. I'm guessing it's going to be another 8 to 10 more minutes before we get there. So I hope their drinks are going to be okay. They got like an orange juice and a soda and some type of cold drink with whipped cream on it. I hope it all holds together. Well, we're getting closer to the middle of nowhere. So this area is called Inspirata, but it's really just Anthem. It's a subdivision of Anthem. A new development. Let's make sure I make the right turn. I hate these traffic circles so much. Okay, we're still moving along. I'm going to be making a right coming up. This is about as exciting a view as you're going to get, because I won't be able to do any recording when I get out to the door.
Right on Audi J Place.
I'm going to just shove the phone in my pocket and deliver. Let's see,
turn
is
right
it
on Audi J Place, then turn
this
left
turn?
on Montepulciano Lane.
Yeah, here we go. This is where we're turning. I hope the drinks don't flip over. Oh, they're watching me. I see the little icon. They're hungry. They're like, where's our food? We paid good money for this food. Where is it?
On the right.
We want service with a smile. Bring me my food, servant. Post haste. It's gonna be on the left. It's gonna be this one on the corner. I think it's this one here on the corner. I wish it had an address number so I could see it. Oh, there it is. I see it. All right, let's drop it off. It was delivered. I'm turning on Doordash again, and I got greeted by the whole family. Everybody was outside. The mom, the dad, the little kids. Everybody was outside, and I guess some of them are going somewhere, or I don't know what. I mean, all that food, someone's got to eat it. Maybe there's more people in the house. I don't know. So, but I got the royal treatment. I got the grand welcoming from everybody in that house, it seemed like. Because they were hungry. So they got their food, and now they're done. And I'm done. I'm ready to just head back. So let's get... We got nothing right now. We're rolling on back on down. And they were nice people. There was no problems. Everybody was friendly. They were just hungry, and the kids were all pointing at the car like I was the ice cream man. Oh. So, lots of excitement. Lots of fun and excitement. All right, well, I'll let you know when something else comes in. But right now, we got butt kiss. The time is about 9:55 a.m. We've got about 39 miles on the car. That means that we should be making about $60 so far. We should have in our little kitty. And it looks like based on that number, we should make probably about $70 today is my guesstimate. So stay tuned. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Back in civilization again, and we've gotten no good offers. There was one offer to go to Carl's Jr. from Doordash for $4. And of course that's below our minimum, so I skipped it. And then everything else that's come in has been upside down. There's something coming in for $5 for 1.6 miles, but it's going into back to where I don't want to be, where I would have to actually travel much further than actually 1.5 miles. They're not calculating the 1.5 miles I'd have to drive back down to make a U-turn to come all the way back and then wait at these extremely long lights to get back to that 7-Eleven for that offer. And for $5, it ain't worth it at all. Right, it's 10:08 and I've turned everything off. It's time to pull up the numbers. Take a look and see how much money we made. We made gobs of money. Oh my gosh, we're ready to just go to the casinos and gamble it all away. We've made millions. Look at all the millions of dollars we made above. And take a look at our miles. See how many miles we drove. We drove it okay. We drove like the regular number of miles. And the miles per gallon is about, what does that say? 61 miles per gallon. We're doing pretty good on miles per gallon. And then look below and you can see total lifetime deliveries, our acceptance rate, the all-important acceptance rate. That's what everybody prizes. They all want those high numbers. And you can see ours are the opposite. Ours are about as low as you can get. We scrape the bottom in acceptance rate. And then our ratings, people love us. They love our service, so they give us really high ratings. So we're doing really good there. And then that's it. So you can take a look at everything else. I forget what all the other numbers are, but take a look and see. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. We had an exciting conversation today about insects, and we talked all about people and deliveries and cheapskates and all the other good stuff that involves DoorDash. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.